Hello? Then does not. Woogity 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 woo! Hi guys! So right now, one of two things is happening to you. Item 1. You stumbled here on the wrong YouTube page. Which I'm sorry, but you have a choice to leave or to stay. But probably option 2, which is you're checking out NIIC the Singing Dog, and that's awesome. So now we're going to show you what's up. Ha! So yeah, I'm NIIC the Singing Dog. If you don't know, because I'm assuming there's at least one person out there that picked option 1. So thank you for stumbling along. I'm not sorry at all. This is gonna be a fun time. I am a green singing dog, and I am here to do something very fun this time. Over the past, most of 2015, we've gotten a lot of questions from people. We were supposed to do a Q&A probably 3 million days ago, and we have not. I am sorry, life is crazy, but I am here now to finally give a Q&A for everyone. We picked a lot of items from the questions that were given to us. There were a lot. The choices to decide which ones we wanted to display here today were very difficult, but we got through it. And now, after 3 cases of beer, we have decided which ones we want to answer. So let's do it. I'm gonna put it on my hands too, because this is weird. Now, speaking of how people do this, I would love to try and read 12-point font in this thing. Let's do it. First, make sure we're all good. Alright. Wow, I could not read anything in this. Woo! Let's do it. So question number 1. Is singing through your new head easier or harder than the old one? That's a good question. It's actually no different. For me, there's a 2-part answer to this question, because the first part's me, and the first part is everyone who's here listening and actually cares about what I'm doing. So part 1 for me, yeah, there's really no difference. I mean, it's having a giant head on you made of foam or resin. This one's resin now, the old one was foam. It doesn't matter. It's all still fun, also manageable. I can see far, far less in this one, but that has nothing to do with the question. Singing is still no different, except for now that I have a moving jaw, which leads me to the second part of the answer, which is you guys, which I feel like it's a better improvement in that respect, to actually have the mouth moving. It just makes it more lively, and I'm all about it. It really, for me, the only changes is now that, I mean, with any moving jaw, you have to move your jaw. Sometimes when you sing certain vowels, they don't always match up with moving it, so it's more like a challenge for me, a new fun task to try and always make sure I'm opening the mouth in one way or another whenever I'm singing. But I don't mind it, it's cool. Oh, a fun thing to do in this also is to try and actually separate pages. Never gonna happen. Okay, next question. So nice, why did you pick green? That's an awesome question. Why is this green? Why is there green everywhere? Green has always played a huge importance in my life. I don't really see myself as having a favorite color, more like a color that's most prominent in my life, which is totally green. I mean, you see it outside everywhere. I'm always in areas with forests, so I just see green everywhere. It's the first color that comes to mind and gives me a sense of peace and tranquility. But just even bigger than that, I mean, green is huge in my life. I'm a huge Oz geek. I love The Wizard of Oz, anything with it. So the Wicked Witch of the West is like by far one of my all-time favorite characters in general. I'm just fascinated. And I'm just fascinated with Gregory Maguire's adaptation of it in his book, The Life and Times of the Wicked Witch of the West. Also, I'm a huge Zelda geek. So I like Link. I'm all about that color green. It's just a huge part of my life. And just in general too, for the dog, I wanted it to be different. I didn't want to just make a dog that was like a normal color, because then it'd be a normal dog. And it's like, why not get crazy with it, you know? It's already a crazy idea. Let's just push the envelope. No one's even gonna mind at that point. And we did. It's awesome. I also see green being on the dog as just like an energizing color. It gives such a bright feeling to you, as opposed to seeing different colors. I mean, there's always something with the human mind too, where you just associate feelings with different colors, and I think green gives everyone a really good reaction. Yeah. I'm gonna drink now. Awesome. How and when did you meet Vandal? For those of you who don't know, me and Vandal the cat are a thing. It's happening. So I met Vandal probably right when I started doing NIIC the Singing Dog back in New York City. It was actually, he was coming up to the city to hang out with people. It ended up that a lot of people bailed, weren't able to come out for whatever reason, and so I just decided, well, I'm here. I'm just in Queens, so I can come back over to Manhattan and hang with you, and we spent the whole day together in Central Park. And now one of our big things we do is every anniversary we go back to Central Park. It's kind of a fun thing we have, because it was just, of all the crazy, unlikely things to happen, it was the one kid he didn't know but just reached out to that was the one who hung out with him. If you don't believe in fate, that's an example of why you should. Who made your costume? I'm looking for one and need to know who made yours. So, 2 different people made mine. Especially with the last one too, I like to just give the job to 2 different people. I think it's cool, gets it done faster, and just gets more artists involved. So first we have the arms, paws, and tail. Those were done by Sassy Pup Creations. She is on Facebook as well as several other sites, so you can definitely check her out. Just search for Sassy Pup Creations. It was great working with her. These came out awesome. For the next one, the second person did this head, which is amazing. It's very different. It's resin based, and the mouth moves like with extreme sensitivity. It's awesome. And she knew that working with me that I would be using this to perform singing. So it was just a really good idea to make the mouth move as much as possible. And she is Grim Kitty. So she's with Grim Kitty Productions, also on Facebook and elsewhere and beyond. You can check them out as well. I'll also have links for both of them in the comments of this, so you can check them out too. Really great people to work with. I know a lot of people are torn when they decide to make one of these costumes or hire someone to do them, between money and relations and how well they are to get along with and how willing they are to work with you and bring your vision to life. Both these people and their companies were fantastic. Everything that we wanted, we got out of them. This is a really fun costume to be in, and it makes the music way more awesome and lively. So I recommend them if you're looking for someone. Alright, here's a good one. So, what was the reason you decided to be nice and decided to make your shows as the Singing Dog? Well, it was really, to be honest, a drunk idea. I was at a Super Bowl party, and I was watching the halftime show, and I just thought, you know, there's a lot of crazy things going on, but like, no one's ever made something where there was just like an animal performing. I mean, there are mascots, sure, but their time is just so limited, and it's kind of more like a parody. What if there was someone who actually took it seriously by dressing up in a costume and performing? And so that's kind of where I got the idea from. I woke up the next morning, and I couldn't remember anything from the party except for that. Why hasn't anyone done that? Should someone do that? I think someone should do that. I think I'm gonna do it. And so that's what happened. Over time, I didn't even intend for a costume to be there in the first place. I was trying to think more of like a, I don't know, a hologram thing, or a cartoon video animation like gorillas. But, you know, I mean, it's what you can do. It's all about your abilities and your capabilities and how far you can make things work. And the easiest way for us to go with this was to get a suit. Way easier. So that's kind of how that started. And I think it's a fun idea. I hope a lot of people like it too. It seems like a lot of people are jumping on board. and we just want to keep taking it higher. So nice, you have just found a genie's lamp. What would your 3 wishes be? Well, first, I want all the beer in the world. All of it. That's definitely the first wish. And that's a really selfish wish. But that's why we have wish 2, which is I want NIIC to be on a world tour. A long, big, giant world tour at all the top venues. That is what my second wish would be. It's so fun to see everyone, to go everywhere, to spend a year, 2, 3 just traveling. Just traveling, dressing up in a dog suit, and just having fun with everyone. I think that would be awesome as a second wish. And for my third wish, I would have to say, for me and Vandal, to have a house in the middle of nowhere, just rolling hills, green forests, and just have our house, and finally get there. Those 3 wishes alone, beer, world tour, house in the middle of nowhere with Vandal, I'd be pretty set. So I just realized that I've thrown all the paper on the ground, and if there were any others, I can't find them, and I don't have any eyesight to pick them up. So this is me signing off and saying that we're done. I thought you enjoyed that. If you have any other questions, you can put them in the comments below. If we have a sec, we'll answer them. I think that's a good idea, because that's way easier than trying to pick these up. Have a good night, everyone. Take care. If I had a gold fish, oh yeah, I would try really hard not to eat it, oh yeah, because it would be my very best friend when I need him, oh whoa, yeah, I'd have such self-discipline, I'd try to eat, and I'd try to eat that goldfish. Yeah, try not to eat the goldfish.